In the world of ship recycling, India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan dominate as global hubs due to their strategic locations, relatively low labor costs, and abundant workforce. However, India's ALANG, located on the coast of Gujarat, stands out for its stricter safety protocols and environmental standards, making it a leader in the industry when compared to the yards in Bangladesh and Pakistan. This article explores why ALANG is a safer choice for shipbreaking and how it has managed to outpace its regional competitors in terms of worker safety and environmental management. Every year, thousands of ships reach the end of their lifespan. These aging vessels need to be dismantled not only to repurpose the materials, such as steel, but also to prevent environmental hazards caused by abandoned ships. South Asia has become a preferred destination for this work due to its vast coastline and affordable labor. ALANG, along with Chattogram in Bangladesh and Gadani in Pakistan, are among the largest shipbreaking yards in the world, dismantling large numbers of vessels annually. Yet, despite the size and shared economic benefits, there is a stark difference in how each location approaches the issue of safety. ALANG has set itself apart by adopting stricter safety standards and regulatory compliance. The Indian government, working with international bodies such as the International Maritime Organization (IMO) and the European Union, has enforced guidelines in ALANG that are far more stringent than those in neighboring countries. These measures include compliance with the Hong Kong Convention. The International Maritime Organization (IMO) introduced the Hong Kong International Convention for the Safe and Environmentally Sound Recycling of Ships, which sets standards for safe ship recycling practices. India has aligned ALANG with these standards, which require facilities to ensure workers' safety and reduce environmental impacts. By contrast, Bangladesh and Pakistan have been slower to adopt these standards, leading to hazardous working conditions. Compliance with the Hong Kong Convention. The International Maritime Organization (IMO) introduced the Hong Kong International Convention for the Safe and Environmentally Sound Recycling of Ships, which sets standards for safe ship recycling practices. India has aligned ALANG with these standards, which require facilities to ensure workers' safety and reduce environmental impacts. By contrast, Bangladesh and Pakistan have been slower to adopt these standards, leading to hazardous working conditions. Improved worker safety measures. ALANG has incorporated protective equipment and mandatory training programs for workers. Workers are given safety helmets, goggles, gloves, and harnesses, and they are trained to handle hazardous materials such as asbestos, heavy metals, and hydrocarbons. In contrast, Bangladesh and Pakistan have been criticized for their lack of safety equipment and training programs, leading to frequent accidents and fatalities. Health and medical facilities. ALANG has implemented basic healthcare facilities within the yard premises, which are equipped to handle minor injuries and emergencies. In cases of severe injury, workers have access to nearby hospitals. Such facilities are often lacking in Bangladesh and Pakistan, where injured workers might need to travel long distances to receive medical care. This immediate access to health care has contributed to reducing the fatality rate in ALANG. Beyond worker safety, the environmental footprint of shipbreaking operations is significant given the toxic waste, oil residues, and hazardous chemicals involved in dismantling ships. ALANG has emerged as a safer and environmentally conscious choice due to its adoption of international environmental standards, whereas Bangladesh and Pakistan still struggle with the consequences of pollution and waste mismanagement. Asbestos and hazardous waste management. Ships contain numerous hazardous materials, including asbestos, which poses severe health risks if not handled properly. In ALANG, workers are trained to manage and safely dispose of such materials. The Indian government has implemented rules to ensure hazardous waste is contained and disposed of in compliance with international standards. In Bangladesh and Pakistan, hazardous materials are often disposed of irresponsibly, leading to contamination of coastal areas and posing long-term environmental threats. All spill prevention. One of the main environmental concerns in shipbreaking is all spill management. ALANG uses advanced techniques to prevent all spills and has containment systems in place to address accidental spills. This is less prevalent in Bangladesh and Pakistan, where oil often seeps into the sea, harming marine ecosystems. ALANG's containment systems protect both the local environment and the health of workers who are less exposed to harmful substances. Waste recycling and disposal. ALANG has adopted waste recycling measures that minimize landfill use and ensure that materials are reused or recycled. This includes a robust system for sorting and processing recyclable materials such as metals, plastics, and glass. In contrast, Bangladesh and Pakistan have less systematic recycling systems, resulting in more waste being left on site or disposed of in harmful ways. ALANG's commitment to recycling reduces its environmental impact and sets a positive example for responsible waste management. ALANG's transformation into a safer shipbreaking hub has not occurred in isolation. Partnerships with international organizations and compliance with European standards have helped shape its safety and environmental policies. For instance, the European Union has provided funding and technical assistance to ensure that ALANG complies with the European Ship Recycling Regulation. This regulation mandates strict safety and environmental guidelines that are essential for any facility dismantling EU-flagged vessels. Moreover, these partnerships have allowed ALANG to continuously improve its operations and learn from best practices worldwide. The influence of the International Labour Organization, ILO, and other international bodies has been instrumental in creating a culture of safety and environmental awareness within the ALANG shipbreaking yards. In contrast, similar international partnerships are either lacking or less effective in Bangladesh and Pakistan, where regulations are often loosely enforced. While the shipbreaking industry remains a lucrative economic activity in South Asia, ALANG has begun to recognize the importance of worker welfare and the role of economic incentives in ensuring safety. In recent years, ALANG has introduced financial incentives for companies that invest in safety equipment and training for their employees. Furthermore, there is an emphasis on fair wages, healthcare, and welfare facilities, which improve the overall working conditions and morale of the workforce. In Bangladesh and Pakistan, where economic pressures often overshadow safety considerations, wages are lower and workers lack access to welfare programs. The drive to keep costs down often leads to cutting corners in safety and environmental management. As a result, the shipbreaking yards in Bangladesh and Pakistan experience higher accident rates and health issues among workers. Despite its advancements, ALANG is not without its challenges. The implementation of stringent safety standards has increased the costs for shipbreaking companies, which could deter businesses looking for cheaper alternatives. There is also the constant need for improvements in safety practices and enforcement of regulations. Nevertheless, ALANG's success has set a benchmark in the region, highlighting the benefits of prioritizing safety and sustainability over short-term economic gains. India's focus on creating a safer and environmentally friendly ship recycling hub reflects a larger shift towards sustainable industry practices. While there is still work to be done, ALANG's success could inspire similar improvements in Bangladesh and Pakistan as demand grows for ethical and sustainable ship recycling. ALANG's approach to ship recycling shows that economic viability does not have to come at the expense of worker safety and environmental responsibility.